DeSoto and the DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life. And now, here he is, the one, the only...
Well, in spite of taxes and smog, here I am again with a chance for each of our couples to win up to $10,000. And if any of them say the secret word, they'll win an extra $100.
Well, Groucho will talk to our first couple right after this message from our sponsor. Groucho, we have some special guests to talk to you now.
Oh, that's nice.
They're Ginger.
That's nice.
And Ginger and Don Drysdale. And if
Does Ginger snap?
Well, you'll find out. And in case there may be some isolated listener who has never heard of Don Drysdale, he just happens to be one of the greatest pitchers in the world today, and he happens to be playing for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Well,
so,
how
folks,
diggity.
Yes, would you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx?
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. Now, so you're a leading pitcher for the L.A. Dodgers, huh? I thought it was a girls' baseball team the way they finished last season. Where are you from, Ginger? Are you a California girl?
No, I was born in Covington, Georgia.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You're a wonderful advertisement for California. You're a local boy, aren't you, Don?
That's right, Groucho. I was born and raised in Van Nuys.
Where's that?
That's across the hills over there in the San Fernando Valley.
Oh, that was across the river from Cincinnati. How did you meet Don, Ginger, and where?
I've been an Adrian model for several years.
You've been
now.
a what?
An Adrian model. And so I was out at the Coliseum doing a story for the Mirror News.
You were a reporter? Girl reporter?
No, I was modeling.
You were modeling at the Coliseum?
Yes, I was
Was this while the game was on?
No, this was before. This was practice.
Oh. You were modeling with the ball players?
Yes.
Did you like that?
Anyway, as I started to say...
you haven't said anything yet.
I went down to the Coliseum.
You went to the Coliseum?
And Don was pitching there on the sidelines.
He was on the sideline?
Yes.
Don't they allow him in the regular ballpark?
No, he was warming up on the sideline.
Oh.
So there he was, and
I'm not going to say a word.
That's the deal. And I nodded to him, and he nodded back, and later on we did some more pictures, and I investigated number 53 with Walt Austin, the marital status and age of,
How many teeth?
One. So anyway, he asked me for my phone number, and we went out, and 17 days later I talked him into getting engaged.
Does Ginger travel with you when you're on the road, Don?
No, she doesn't, Groucho. She stays at home.
Are you sick of her already?
No, it's just a rule that the club has that the wives don't travel with us, and I think it's a pretty good one.
Imagine leaving Ginger at home all alone for a month, and on top of that, losing all those ball games. How long have you been with the Dodgers, Don?
I've been in the Dodger organization for 5 years, and
Really?
I've been with the Dodgers for 3.
And how old are you?
22.
You were 19 when you signed for big league baseball?
Yes, 19 my first year in the major league.
Well, how could you be a ball player at that age? You weren't even old enough to shave on television.
Well, I actually...
Isn't that a requirement for all ball players?
No, it isn't, but actually...
Well, I watch the World Series. Seems to me as all they do is shave.
Well, they
That's
do.
the hairiest crowd I ever saw.
No, actually, I was 17 when I first signed. I signed right out of high school.
You just had fuzz. Huh?
That's right.
You only have about 18 or 20 years left in baseball. What are your plans for the future when you're a retired old man?
Well, Groucho, I'd like to get in some sort of phase of radio or television work having to
You
do
mean
with
a quiz
sports.
show?
No, I like kind of like a sports program or something like that. If
Shaving?
Well, that might be a commercial.
Now, how long have you been married?
2.5 months.
Precisely?
Almost.
Now, tell me about Ginger. Is she a good cook?
No.
Well, that's Drysdale for you. Another wild pitch. Are you going to let him get away with this, Ginger? Or do you want me to throw him out of the game?
Well, I guess I should admit it. I've only been cooking for 2.5 months. I mean, what can you expect?
You've been cooking for 10 weeks? You must be pretty well done by now. Do you ever criticize Don's pitching?
No, I try to leave baseball at the ballpark.
Well, you go out there?
Oh, yes, all the time.
All the time. How about when you're on the road and Ginger is back in L.A.? You can tell me, Don, just between us men, what goes on when you aren't wearing that leash?
Well, actually, Groucho, I'm pretty tired on the road, and I just usually try and get all the rest I can, watch television, see a few movies.
Don, I want to ask you something. Who's the toughest batter to pitch to in the National League?
Well, let's see. There's Hank Aaron and Eddie Matthews and Stan Musial, Billy Bruton, Joe Adcock, Willie Mays, Ernie Banks, Dale Long, Walt Morin, Willie Jones, Lee Walls.
In other words, you can't pitch to anybody. That's quite a team you named there, by the way. You've got plenty on the ball, and so has Ginger. And good luck to you and the Dodgers next season.
Oh,
Let's hope you
thank you.
finish at least in the first division.
Thank you very much, Groucho.
And that you get your 20 games next year. Now, let's see if you can run your winning streak into $10,000. Now, you selected observation quiz. I'll ask you some questions. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. Now, how many white stripes are there on the American flag? If you don't know, guess.
I'll say 10.
There are 6.
Oh, you have one wrong now.
Now, how many columns in a standard-sized newspaper?
How many would you say?
8.
8 is right.
You now have one right.
Give him a kiss. I give him a kiss.
I never met him before.
No, how do you do?
They say to kiss him is to know him. All right, whose picture is on the $5 bill?
Lincoln?
Abraham Lincoln.
You
I
now
had an
have,
uncle. He couldn't pronounce Lincoln. He always called it Lincoln.
you now have 2 right.
He was hung 2 years ago, huh? You got 2 right. Now, how many notes are there in an octave?
6.
8.
Now, one answer. Which do you want?
I'll say 8.
Typical ball player. Counts on his fingers. 8 is right.
And you have 3 right. Get the next one right, and you'll have $1,000.
I'll let you go from here.
On a standard telephone dial, what is the only letter not used?
What is the only letter not
Not used, yes. If you don't know, guess. There's only 24 letters in the alphabet. Guess.
Q.
Q is right.
And you have 4 in a row, and you win $1,000.
Lift her up. I want to start showing. Well, you've won $1,000. Now, you can keep it and quit, or else you can come back later and try to double your money. You may even get a crack at 5 or even $10,000. So you go over there and sit on his lap and think about it. And thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Groucho.